my name's Kenley. Welcome to my channel. So, I've got one of my hairs wrapped around. Just let me make sure that you can see. That's better. So, this video is basically a video to show how I prepare my Sable grapes, which is what I eat as a staple part of my fruit detox. So, and I've got 3 punnets in here. And I've got 4 in this one. Right. So, the reason behind me doing this is to neutralise any and all the pesticides that are used in the food industry. So this is organic apple cider vinegar. I don't use this one exclusively. I look for bargains on eBay or wherever you can, and so I always get the unpasteurised, unfiltered, and with the mother, which is the nutritious pulp, which you can see in the bottom, although I have just shaken the bottle. So I just do it by eye, really, depending on how many's in there. You don't need too much. So, and then in this one, right, I've got some prepared already because I'm ready for my tea. So I'll just keep them in airtight storage containers like this one. This one's glass. I believe this was from Asda. It was £3 or £4, I believe. If you really want to know, I shall find it, and I shall leave a link below if you require that. So once you've got your cider vinegar in there, you're just going to manipulate the grapes as best as you can. I've probably got a few too many in here, to be fair, but I've got a really small kitchen, and it's a right little pokey kitchen, so I can't really have, if you find any soft ones or anything like that, which I do check when I'm taking them off the stalk, but you know, the odd one does slip through. So you want to make sure that they're all covered, you know, just to coat them all in it. So, and what this does, like I say, it breaks down all the nasty chemicals, the pesticides that are sprayed on our fruit and vegetable crops, you know, black grapes in general are sprayed a lot. Possibly, I'm not sure, but possibly nearly as much as strawberries. I know strawberries are really bad for it. So, there's a soft one. Yeah. So, you know, you do actually, you know, you have to go through them again, you know, when you're sort of, you know, rinsing them, when you've got rid of all the excess water, and then when you put them in the containers that you're going to use, I suggest glass. You may be aware or you may not be aware that plastics have chemicals in that are really harmful to health. You know, one of the things that they can cause, along with a lot of other things, is cancer. You know, so I just want to bear that in mind. Obviously, it's your choice. I just do what I do because that's what I choose to do. Right, so these are all covered now. So I'm just going to fill these with normal tap water. So I don't know, I don't want to move the camera because, but just normal tap water. I'm not going to use distilled water, and that's the reason why I use distilled water, and I distill it myself. Tap water, that's a whole nother story, which I'm going to make a little video about. I'm going to do a little experiment too, and we all like experiments, you know, proper science where you do the method. So you do it, you find out what you've, you know, become aware of or noticed, which is basically, you know, recording your findings and, you know, the results. So then, you know, it's a fact and not just pretend science, for fuck's sakes. So I'll do this one. Same again. And also the other thing is, obviously we don't have distilled water coming out of the tap, although that would be really nice. You know, it's obviously not a thing at present that we can, you know, that we can do because it's not available for one. So yeah, tap water. And if you're seeing what was at the bottom of my water distiller, you would realise that tap water is not as clean as we are made to believe it is, right? So, and these days you can't be too careful, but enough on that. This isn't a video about distilled water and why it's better for you. So, there's my grapes. So, all I'm going to do, these ones are for the dustbin. All I'm going to do is leave these for, I don't know, 15 minutes. You know, don't want to leave them too long. You know, because they can go soft. And eventually the vinegar, you know, penetrates the grapes and turns them acidic. And so, well, if you're new to my channel, the pH, whether it's acidity or alkalinity, it's base chemicals. You only have one or the other, you know, but there's only two, you know, scale, different ends of the pH scale. And so we all eat a acid diet in, you know, modern society, for convenience and, you know, for many reasons, you know, busy lifestyles, busy jobs, you don't know, unaware and all that sort of stuff. And so, you know, the same as milk, we're led to believe that milk is oh so healthy for us, right? And it is, but, and there's a big but when it is heat treated and pasteurised, it changes the chemical composition of the milk. More to the point, at my age, I know for a fact I definitely do not breastfeed off my mum, thankfully, even though I did as a baby. That being said, if you looked at the dairy industry and the pain and suffering that goes, you know, without even having to be said, it is so obviously apparent and so disgustingly cruel when you see, you know, the poor calf being, you know, kidnapped, calf-napped from its mum, whether it's the farmer or someone who, you know, linked to the farmer, you know, indirectly works with the farmer. Obviously, they would be taken whichever to, you know, the abattoir or to the dairy farm. So, yeah, me being a mum, I'm not really comfortable with that. So there's many reasons why I don't eat or drink dairy anymore. But that's for another video. So, anyway, once you've done this, and they've been sat for 15 minutes, right, then you want to drain the water, rinse them, and try and get rid of all the excess water. Then what I do is lightly dry them and store them in these glass jars, and then I pop them in the fridge. So anyway, I'll make another video on that. So, you know, it's not too much of a long video. Thank you for watching. Take care. Please like my videos if you like my shit. If you don't, put a thumbs down. All helps the algorithm. Please, if you've got questions, please leave a comment below. And share if you think somebody else may find this video interesting. Thank you ever so much for watching. Like I say, take care. Be safe, be well, be aware. Goodbye.